Davidson and Alicia Daddario. Brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
Coming up aboard the Express, the Utica College men's hockey team is in Elmira taking on the Soaring Eagles in a UCHC showdown.
Plus, back here in Clinton, the Continental season getting underway at home as they host the Amherst Mammoths.
But first, time for tonight's big game. Hockey fights cancer night at the Adirondack Bank Center as former Comet Corey Conacher leads the red-hot Syracuse Crunch against Utica and its leading scorer, Tanner Kero. Game 2 of the Galaxy Cup Series this year.
First period, just over 5 minutes remaining off the offensive zone face-off. Brady Brassard wins it back to Conacher, who wastes no time firing it over the shoulder of Ivan Kubikov. He extends his team's lead in points, and the Crunch go up 1-0.
With just under 2 minutes to play, opening period, Crunch have the power play. Conacher breaks his stick off the shot from the point, but Alex Barre-Boulet grabs the loose puck and wrists it home. Syracuse leads it by 2.
That name, though.
Yeah.
In the second, Crunch keep their foot on the gas. Dominic Mason with the long pass from behind the net. Off the boards, tipped ahead to Brassard, who takes the sharp angle shot, snipes it top shelf on Kubikov. His night would be over after that. 3-0 Crunch. Can't really blame that, but they'll add one more in the third, and a tough one for the Comets as the Crunch even the series with a 4-0 win.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Express. Rough night for the Comets, who saw a penalty shots of theirs stopped and a goal of theirs disallowed, but a chance to get right back at it. They'll return to action tomorrow night on the road against Hartford.
All right, well, in the college ranks, the Hamilton College men's hockey team kicked off their 2018-19 season at home as they hosted Amherst. To Russell Sage Rink, where the Continentals and the Mammoths meet in an early NESCAC contest.
Hamilton without two-time All-American goalie Evan Buitenhuis, who signed with the Islanders AHL affiliate Bridgeport. Anthony Terabasi does a great job filling the void early on. The junior stopping the wrister here, then blocks the rebound to keep the Mammoths off the board.
Just over 5 minutes in, Sterling Bray finds Jordy Jefferson, who taps it inside the far post. Just squeaks by Giancarlo Ventry glove side, and the freshman's first collegiate goal puts Hamilton on top 1-0.
Second period, off the faceoff, John Beniers rips it from the point. Rory Gagnon gets his stick on it and redirects it in for his first goal of the season. Continentals double their lead. After a high-scoring third period, Hamilton hangs on to beat Amherst 3-2 in their season opener.
Utica College visiting Elmira on their Teddy Bear Toss night. First period, UC up 1-0 off a Zach Boursoy goal. Then Jacob Gerson connects to make it 2-0 Pioneers.
Second period now, Nick Izagari finds Tyler Dill, and he puts the Soaring Eagles in a pickle. Utica up 4-0 at this point.
Then in the third period, Pioneers stuffing the box score like stuffed animals. Gerson with his second goal of the night, top shelf there, makes it 5-0 Utica.
That was impressive. One more for good measure. Reagan Kavanaugh gets in on the action. UC wins it 6-0. Don't worry, though. Elmira fans got to throw their teddies on the ice after the game, but a 6-0 win for Utica.
On the hardwood, the 13th-ranked Oregon Ducks and 15th-ranked Syracuse Orange met in an unusual situation this afternoon in the 2K Empire Constellation game. First half, Syracuse works it around the perimeter. O'Shea Brissett finds Jalen Carey in the corner. He buries it to give Syracuse a 10-6 lead.
Oregon's freshman sensation, Bol Bol, making his presence known early. He gets the steal and takes it the other way. First floater doesn't go, but he's there for the putback. Part of his game-high 14 first-half points, 17-5 Ducks.
After the Ducks start to pull away, Syracuse trying to get back into this one. Off the orange steel, Tyus Battle gets the ball, dribbles inside, knocks down the jumper, +1. The three-point play brought the Orange within 10, but that's as close as they would get as the Ducks cruise to an 80-65 victory over Syracuse.
That is a tough one for Syracuse, and that was a 17-5 run.
Yes.
The score was higher than that at that point, but a 17-5 run by Oregon. Tough loss for Syracuse.
Yeah, back-to-back, but it's early.
It is
early in the season, so don't panic.
Frank Howard is out with the injury, so.
Jalen Carey has been a bright spot, though, especially filling in for him. And hopefully maybe when Buddy Boeheim gets his name spelled right.
Buddy Boeheim. Yeah. All right, well, Syracuse back in action on Wednesday against Colgate at the Carrier Dome. That'll do it for period number 1 on the Express, but don't go anywhere.
After the break, we'll introduce you to our latest athlete of the week who made history last week for her school.
Week brought to you by Scalzo, Zogby and Wittig, Raymore and Flanagan, and Martin Harding and Mazzotti.
Welcome back to Sports Express. It's time now to unveil our latest athlete of the week.
Yeah, she reached the pinnacle of her sport in the high school ranks, and with that made history at her school. Let's meet her now. Eva Borton, a senior on the Clinton cross country team, won the school's first state title in 30 years, taking home first place in the Class C 5K race down at Sunken Meadows Park on Long Island last weekend. She also helped the Warriors team complete the year with a Section 3 Class C championship and a third place overall finish in states. Competing in distance running since 7th grade, Borton has committed herself to the sport with a tenacious passion. As a culmination of all of her training over the years, crossing that finish line at states is something she'll never forget.
Mostly it was just kind of a thought of like finally did it. Like I've been looking towards that for a really long time. That's pretty crazy. Like I've looked at that board outside for so long that has all the list of state champions on it. I said, I'm gonna be on that? Like, what? That was amazing, especially since the team placed so well as a team score, like ahead of where we were seated going in, and so it was really nice to be able to share the success at states with a bunch of people who helped me get there.
Eva Borton, distance running, it's the same word. It's two sides of the same coin. She is a lifestyle athlete. From the minute she wakes up in the morning, to a healthy diet, to a good training regimen, she lives, breathes, and eats distance running. It's the story of her life. It's something that she's really focused on, and she really deserves all the accolades that she gets. One of the first things that she'll probably tell you is she was thrilled to not only be there herself, but to lead her team to a section title, and we wound up placing third as a team, basically on the strength of her leadership this year.
She certainly has spoiled me in terms of coach. When I was at Colgate, I was told I had my one All-American. And while this is not being an All-American, certainly being a state champion at this level is equal to that. And she has been a great student to work with. She is always enthusiastic.
If you know of a high school athlete who deserves to be our athlete of the week, here's our contact info. Call, email, hit us up on Twitter, whatever you gotta do. This year we want everyone, coach, AD, parent, even a teammate, send us a story and some stats and we'll give you a shot. All featured athletes will receive a plaque courtesy of CNY Awards and Apparel. And that works. It works when you send us those nominations.
Send in those nominations.
Yes.
That'll take us to our second intermission here on Sports Express. Still more to get to, though.
Coming up next, we will look ahead to a couple of important contests taking place on the gridiron tomorrow, including Utica College versus Ithaca.
Harding and Mazzotti.
Welcome back aboard the Express. We have a couple of huge games coming up on the gridiron of interest tomorrow.
Yeah, one of those contests pits Utica College Pioneers against Ithaca Bombers in the Scotty Whitelaw Bowl.
Yeah, the Utica College football team will play in its third bowl game in the last 5 years tomorrow. The Pioneers are still searching for its first ever postseason victory. At 6-4 overall this year, UC is coming off the most lopsided win in program history, a 74-14 shellacking over Hartwick on the road. A lot of adjectives to describe that game.
Facts, though.
Yeah, with game time growing closer, the team spoke about what they expect to see from their opponent.
Good football team. Their defense is only giving up 9 points a game. Their offense is averaging 24 points a game. They do kind of like to slow things down a little bit. There's definitely guys on both teams who know each other from the New York area, so I think that helps hype the game up. They're a good football team. They play good special teams. They're smart with the football. We're definitely expecting a great game.
We've had a history with Ithaca before. They came here and we've been to their field before. We know they're a good team. They have a really good defense and they have some weapons on offense. And we're excited to go against them. And we have good players too, and we're excited for another football game.
They like to play cover 3. I heard they're a lot of gritty, hard-nosed dudes. They're trying to get a bowl game just like us, and I'm excited to go out and compete against these guys.
Kickoff between the Pioneers and Bombers in the Scotty Whitelaw Bowl at Cornell's Shellcop Field is at 1 o'clock.
And if you can believe this, fans are probably more excited about the Syracuse football team's matchup against unbeaten Notre Dame than the beginning of basketball season. Number 12 Syracuse might be the squad that can knock off the third-ranked Fighting Irish as they clash Saturday afternoon at Yankee Stadium. It marks one of the highest-stake meetings in a series that started back in 1914. Notre Dame is coming off a dominant 42-13 win over Florida State in its home finale. The Orange look to write another chapter in its feel-good story this season. The Orange know Notre Dame is a formidable opponent, but they're up for the challenge.
But it is a game where it gives us an opportunity to prove that we belong, to prove that maybe we're better than what people think we are. They're a very, very good football team, and there's a reason why they're ranked so high. And if we had to play them 10 times, we probably couldn't beat them 10 times. How many coaches have ever admitted that? But the really, really cool thing about football, it's not like the World Series in baseball. You only have to play once.
You know, we never overlook a team. We can't. You know, we were that team that's been overlooked, so you know how it feels. So, you know, we got Notre Dame coming up. Obviously, it's going to be a very tough opponent, one of the best teams in the nation, but, you know, we're the underdog again, and, you know, we like being the underdog.
Kickoff is set for 2:30, and you can catch that right here on WKTV NBC.
Should be fun. That's it for us. We'll see you back here next Friday night for another edition of Sports Express.